Good morning, everybody. So, I have decided that every day until we start the Be Free Book Club and mentoring, that I'm going to come live. So, I'm going to come live on Facebook and live on Instagram each day just to share. Good morning. Just to share a little bit of I don't know, whatever's flowing through that day in relation to the Be Free Book Club and mentoring. So today, I felt guided to share a journal entry that I wrote. Don't actually know what year this was, but 2022. There we go. A journal entry that I'd written in 2022 about feeling disempowered and obviously I am not feeling that anymore and I'm in a completely different space. And then we're going to just flick my book open and see what messages we have for us today that's going to support us. So the Be Free Book Club and Mentoring starts next week. We're going to be working through the book together, working through the exercises together. Oh, thank you. Admiring the golden wings. Yeah, do you know this? I actually went to sell them last year and they never sold and they sat on my bedroom floor and I kept looking at them. Um, and then I'm like, you know what? I need these back in my life because they're so empowering and yeah, I'm super glad that they never went on to a new home. So yeah, delighted they're still here. Um okay, thank you. Getting a little tickly throat there. So let's share this journal entry. Um just so you can get an idea of how I used to feel. So basically, it says here, what blocks me from embracing my full potential? How does this make me feel? Um, my independence has been taken. I'm feeling smaller. I'm not driving Lily to school anymore, and I'm not feeling 100% health wise. I feel totally disempowered. I guess I'm just lacking clarity on where I am. Yeah, I'm okay with that too. And then I go on to, I've obviously pulled some cards, kind of looked at things to try and celebrate. And then I've also put here the heaviness that I wish to release. I wish to release the heaviness of expectations around my health, around my anxiety. I'm lacking confidence and I worry about Lily, who's my daughter. um, so that's just like a little bit there. And then I've gone on to say how I'm ready to step into this healthy version of me, one that feels more balanced physically, one that feels more positive, one that feels more confident. I'm ready to trust in the universe's plan to break through these worries and trust that all will be well. And um, I wanted to share that with you because obviously that was written after I had written this book. And sometimes we go through these phases in life. So I had really bad anxiety and depression when, like, from my teens up to my early 30s. And then overcame all of that and really, was really, really thriving until perimenopause hit. And then the anxiety, depression, whole host of other health stuff kicked in. And I just really, really was in such a low, dark place. However, I am not in that low, dark place anymore. And this is why I wanted to share this because um, I am typically not supporting people in and around anxiety and depression anymore. That's kind of something that I used to do. But I felt so guided to come on this year and really create something magical and transformative and supportive. So, if anybody is feeling disempowered, or anybody is feeling anxious, or anybody is feeling like their health isn't in the place they want to be, they're not in the place they want to be, they're feeling burnt out, stressed, worried, and I know in my heart there's people there because I hear it all the time, right? Um, and I don't want that for anyone. I want people to, oh, you're quite welcome. Um, I want people to recognize that there is another way. There is another path. And each day this week, I'm going to come on live and just share a little bit about that, share a little bit my own journey, and then share a little bit about the book. So let's just use it like a little bit of an oracle today. Um, Maybe other days I'll be a bit more structured, but today let's not. So let's see what the book has to say for us today, or what area it's going to ask us to support. Okay, so what area do we need support with today? Okay, so I've opened it to a page, and it's so funny because actually I obviously shared a post today about people pleasing. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. But this page, there's two pages here. The first page is sharing a technique called the so what technique that I will share with you just now. And then on the next page is how to say no, right? And it is about going through that process of teaching ourselves how to say no, and like how to say no confidently, and how to tune in to see if it is a yes or a no. But anyway, this so what technique. So it says, I obviously wrote this, when I was a little bit younger. So here's an example. Hi, Susie. I wondered if you'd like to come to a party I'm having Friday night. Susie's thought process. I should really go. It was nice of her to ask me. But then we add in this so what? So what? So what if you say no? But then she'll think I don't like her. So what? Other people might notice I'm not there and then speak about me. So what? But I don't want people to speak about me as it makes me feel uncomfortable. So what? Right? And you keep going until you recognize that actually it will lead you to this place where, okay, actually it's not that big a deal. But the majority of people who do struggle with anxiety or are feeling burnt out or frazzled are the most kind, compassionate, loving, giving people you will ever meet, right? And then this is what leads us to wanting to really, really support other people, to not let other people down. Like, we would rather disappoint ourselves than disappoint um, somebody else. But ultimately, this all builds up within our body to, sometimes it could show up as resentment, sometimes it could show up as burnout, sometimes it could show up as anxiety, or sometimes it just show up as like we don't even know who we are anymore because we're constantly saying yes to everybody else, that we no longer are in touch with our heart's desires. So um it is a really good process. So I've kind of, it says here, what if we put our own disappointments before the disappointments of others? What if we realize that our time and health are important? Without our health, both mental and physical, we cannot meet any obligations. Depending where you are on your journey, you may need to be super selfish for a while. This means you come first. When I was at my lowest, I would still try and push myself to do or to go places that would put my anxiety through the roof. This is so counterintuitive and will set you back enormously. In order to be free from anxiety, you learn to say no. Or you need to learn to say no. And then I go on to teach that process. So, something to think about today. There's even some questions there to ask yourself, and I'll maybe share those in a post or something. Or join the process and come along for the ride. So I've added an extra call time. So for the Aussies and overseas and the Americans, and obviously we've got you lovely there, who is in the UAE also. We're going to have an 11:30 a.m. time as well. So that might be quite early for those of you on Eastern, but for the Aussies, that's probably going to be like 7:30, depending where you are in Australia. I was trying to find a time that would fit so many time zones. That might be like 7:30 at night. So 11:30 a.m. GMT, and we've also got an 8 p.m. call GMT as well. Okay, my love. So I'm going to jump off for now, but yeah, you can let me know where you're at. Do you struggle to say no? Have you been feeling disempowered? And if you have been feeling disempowered, then maybe this is what you need. I have created this process. I'm going to be supporting you for 4 whole months for £99. So we've already got 7 beautiful women who, one's American, one lives in one lives in America, one lives in Germany, and I think the rest are all UK based. So a little mixture of people joining so far. But yeah, we start next Tuesday. I would love to have you there. Any questions, reach out or just play along this week and see what you take away. Alrighty, take care, my loves. Bye, everybody, and I shall see y'all soon.